Hi, Ross Lynch, actor fan. How are you? I tried my best to do this live outside, and my phone was like, not today. I don't want to be outside in the. Oh, I'm glad it warmed up. That's always. Wait a minute. Wait, guys. I gotta come back in. I'll be back. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'm on my Chromebook and realized, I'm in the wrong group. Hi, Love Doll. Hi, everybody. So I'm doing good. I got to hang out with my little baby great nephew, who is so freaking adorable. Um, okay. Yeah, so anyway, the live I had planned was to do what we're going to do, but do it outside. And I probably missed half a dozen plants. We are going to be doing medicinal plants. So wild plants, introduced plants that might have been used medicinally. Um, and we're going to talk about them, learn about them, and after that, I have no idea. Hi, I'm from the United States. Um, guys, I do want to say something as it relates to 35 people. That's pretty good. Um, I just want to address something from that happened in yesterday's live. If you say something in my live and it's rude and we don't know it, Dizzle, whatever your name is, I'm a science I'm a science guy, not a controversy guy. Speak what? I speak English. I don't know any other language. If you're expecting me to speak in your language, yeah, it's not happening. Not because I'm rude, but because I don't speak other languages. Um, if you come into my live and you're being rude and you're saying stuff, if we don't know a word, we do look it up, and you're probably going to get in trouble for it. We had a guy yesterday come in, you look like so and so. Looked it up, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. But we're going to get started. Some of the plants that we're going to be talking about, guys, I do know a lot. But I am going to be using reference. Dizzy. Nothing. I know nothing. And that's not what we're talking about today. Okay, well, we're not talking about religion. I know somebody who's about to be removed from my channel. That's what I know. So this is red clover. This is red clover. Dizzy, I am a naturalist. So the questions that you're asking are not questions that I'm going to be answering. I know, but they call it red clover. I can't. I'm going by name because it's not. Classy Zay and Dizzy. Any more off-topic questions and you're done. Porky, I don't need your help. I don't know where she's at. I've sent her an invite. So this would have been used, made into a salve. I'm not mad. This would have been made into a salve that would have been used on burns, on sores. They would have boiled this in lard. Okay, Dizzy. I've tried being nice. This would have been used for burns, ulcers, and sores. They would have mixed this up. This would have been put into lard and then boiled. And it even would have been applied to the bites of venomous snakes. I don't think it did anything for venomous snake bites. The blossoms would have been used for skin problems. It would have been used for irritations that were located downstairs, for fever and Bright's disease, coughs, whooping cough, bronchitis. A tea was given for cancer. Again, this is goodbye, Porky. Discombobulated? What does that have to do with what I'm talking about, dude? or do that. Ross, actor fan? Who? The other people? Or me? Yeah. Discombobulated is about to be gone too. So this is a plant that you have to be really careful with because you can make a tea out of it, but if it gets moldy, it's really bad news. Really, really bad news. Yeah, I think I almost want to say it's the same people, but maybe not. Then leave. Oh, I can't afford to kick anybody? Goodbye. Huh. Telling me I can't afford to kick anybody. That's funny. Because anybody that knows me know you don't tell me what I can't do. I don't work that way. Because if you tell me what I can't do, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm so bad about that. Now, hopefully, it'll be quieter. Ah. Okay, this is box elder. It's compound leaf. So this would have been, they would have taken the inner bark off this tree and made a tea out of it. And that would have been used to induce vomiting if they needed to. And then also the sap from this guy would have been boiled down and made into the sap would have been boiled down and made into a sugar, just like you would like maple syrup. I don't have her. Yeah, she hasn't even looked at my stuff. At all. I don't know if she's on the phone with somebody. It's not like her. You know, and I'm always sorry that we get people that don't want to be in here. But I'm like, tough Teetles. This was white clover. It's actually closing up, like maybe there's rain coming. So this would have been used for colds, coughs. The English settlers or European settlers would have used this for rheumatism and gout. Yeah, it is camera shy. Crazy. And that's the flower. That's what the flower looks like. You can actually take this, dry it, and grind it up to make flour, which is sort of useless knowledge, but I really wanted to do this outside and walk around. Interesting. Hi, Baragon. At least it's quieter now. I didn't even get any of their names. Darn it. So this is another one that could be confused for poison ivy. It's not poison ivy. This is actually wild strawberry. And they would have made a leaf tea, which would have been used as a nerve tonic. It was also used for bladder and kidney ailments, jaundice, scurvy, diarrhea, stomach aches, gout. If you were to take this fresh and make a tea out of it, that would have been used for sore throats. The berries were eaten to work against scurvy and gout. A tea of the roots would have been used for an STD, stomach, lung ailments, and as a diuretic, as a water pill. Yep. And they're wild strawberries. I don't know if here in the United States, the wild strawberries are really, really tiny. Like, one would fit in the palm of my hand and just be a dot, more or less. But they have 10 times the flavor of anything that you'll find in a store, honestly. Yeah. Now, the problem is it's hard to know what worked and what didn't work. If that makes sense. This is not clover. This is actually wood sorrel. It's actually, to be more precise, I think it's yellow wood sorrel or creeping wood sorrel. These were chewed for nausea, mouth sores, sore throats. You would crush these leaves up for cancers, old sores, ulcers. You've made a leaf tea out of this for fever, urinary infections, and scurvy. Now, I'm going to tell you that if you have a history of kidney stones, or if you have kidney issues, this is a no-no. You don't want to use this. They have oxalates in them, and that chemical gets into your kidneys and can cause problems. So you don't want to use it under those circumstances. And depending upon the tribe, the Native American tribe that you belong to, that could determine if you used the plants the same way as somebody else. Also, you should never use any of these plants without checking with your doctor. This is bouncing bet. Now, this was an introduced species into the United States. It is not a native. But this guy, if you crushed up the leaves, mashed them up a little bit, and put water with it, you can actually wash your hands with it. That one's been nibbled on. Also, in large doses, this plant can make you very, very sick. Something else you don't want to do. But the crushed leaves and the roots, of course, make lather. The roots were poulticed and put outside for on boils for spleen pain. I'm not sure how that works. Am I not getting all of my messages again? No, I guess not. Okay. A tea would have been used for a diuretic, a laxative, to make you sweat. Again, poulticed on acne, boils, eczema, psoriasis, poison ivy rash, and jaundice. Oh, root tea for lung disease, asthma, gall disease, so gallbladder, and jaundice. And that is all I have, guys. This entire book is filled with medicinal plants. It's a good source. I'm not being paid to say that. It just is a good source of information. There's a lot of really good books. If that's something you're interested in and you want to learn more, that's the way you can do it. I did not get a poll made up. Any questions, comments? I'm open. The floor is yours. It is a good book. If you're into plants and you want to learn a little bit more about the plants around you, that's a good book to have. If you live in the United States, are golden flowers real? Goldenrod is. Goldenrod is a real plant. They're more yellow than gold. I may have to start using some of these plants myself, come to think about it. Our native milkweed is supposed to be good for putting on warts. Awesome. I have not. My computer is older. But I need to get in so I can get my bonus animals. We were working yesterday at. Ooh, nice. Nice. We just finished last night adding topics to lives for both channels. I need to do a poll. I keep forgetting that. I don't even know, like, the last animal I added in. I'll start a zoo and then delete it and then start it up again. Oh, I get bit by a cat. Not really. Sort of got bit, but not really. It's really silly. I need a poll. I forgot to do that. Good old days. Unfortunately, I'm sort of done with that because I ran out of plants. But we talked about box elder, we talked about red clover. We talked about bouncing bet, red clover, white clover. No, that's okay. It's why you got to get in when the live first starts. Because sometimes the lives take the entire time and sometimes they don't. And we end up doing this. How's everybody's week been going? Everybody had a good week, I hope. Sorry to hear that. Oh, Ross, you were the busy week? Yeah. I what I like about Planet Zoo is being able to really see the animals. Hi, Logan's Cool Reptiles. Yeah, I'd like to get another guest for the channel, but I don't know who to ask. Ooh, and that's not good. I didn't know you could do that. That'd be cool. I have just really started doing like mixed species exhibits. Slunky, I don't do I don't discuss religion. That's okay, Logan's Cool Reptiles. I'm a nature channel dude. Not a music channel. And I don't do a lot of listening to music. It stinks when you have a busy week because then you're trying to make sure everything jives. Like I'm now on a schedule, or I try to be, and I've had to make the decision, what do I do if I um miss a day somehow? And that happens occasionally. You let a spider go. Was it a spider from outside? I'm assuming. But most spiders don't really do baby care. Wait. You had a spider and you let it go. Was it a wild spider that you were keeping as a pet? I'm confused, dude. Okay, that makes sense. Schedules and trying to figure everything out is crazy. I finally had to give myself permission. Oh no. My schedule is entirely like today. Let me tell you today's schedule. Or maybe I should do Monday's schedule. No, I'll do today's and Saturdays. So my day starts at 8 o'clock. I do stats, comments, and community engagement for all three channels. Then 8:30 to 9:30, I compile and post Saturday's video. That is not done yet. But the video is put together, I think. I don't think maybe I did. I don't think I did, though. But then, so it's supposed to be done already, but it's not. And then 9:30 to 11 is flex time. It's time for me to get caught up or do brainstorming. And then 11 to 11:30 is lunch. And then 11:30 to 1 p.m. is flex time again. And then 1 to 2:30 is live. And then I have nothing scheduled from 6:50 to 7 p.m., which is prep time for live. And then 7:30 to 8:30 is second live. I haven't seen it. Right. That makes it hard too. Because when I was working, that was my problem. Is I worked 5 days a week and then come home and had comments to answer and videos to post. And I worked from like, let's say 6 a.m. to 3. There wasn't really time. Saturday schedule starts at 8 o'clock. I have a backlog time, which is from 8:30 to 10. I do Monday's video from 10 to 11:30, a lunch break, breathing time, flex time, which is but in that 10 to 11:30 period, I'm supposed to do all of Monday's videos, but what usually happens is Sunday's video gets put up on Sunday, or the video for the spooky channel gets put up on Monday or Sunday night for Monday. So it can get crazy. Yeah, I know that feeling, Logan. Logan's Cool Reptiles. I know that feeling. Years ago, this whole shelf was nothing but tanks. This was all tanks at one time. It was crazy. I could spend 3 hours on a video. I'm a lot. I can't answer. No, I don't. I don't have anything. The closest thing I have to a tarantula is this, and it's fake. My city decided that they were against the law, that they were illegal, so I had to get rid of them. No, not anymore. I did, but I don't anymore. Yeah, I miss them. I miss my babies. So apparently, carry me through. Somebody struck a pole, utility pole in her area, and it knocked out their internet. Knocked out her internet, rather. No. Oh, there you are. Okay. We had some winners today carry me through. I think I did 3 24-hour times out. I'm trying to avoid. It's okay. Yeah. One of them actually told me carry me through. Actually tells me that I can't afford to kick anybody because I only have 4 people in my chat. You know what I did? I kicked them. I love that name. That's another monster I don't have. I just realized that. I don't have Baragon. He's one of my favorite monsters, too. Yeah, there was a lot of nonsense, and I'm trying to like ignore it. But there comes a point where when you tell them to stop and they don't stop. Yeah, align it more with um the comics. Even if they take the frames out, just do reading glasses. Nobody has to know that they can't actually, they're not prescriptions. Baragon is just so derpy. That's why I like him. The last monster I think I added was the original Mecha Godzilla. He's just, yeah. He's got these really big ears. He just is, I don't know. Like they're meant to be scary, but Baragon, I don't know. I can't touch my face. Why is it when you can't touch your face, that's when you itch? I have no idea. I guess. I guess that's where it comes from. King Caesar is cool too. I actually have him somewhere, but I can't stand up today. No standing up for nature guy. King Caesar is right there at the end. Right there. And I think it's the Bandai. I don't know. I don't remember where I got them from. And I moved my Godzilla figure. Nope, not yet. But a new story is posted to the spooky page, and there will be a playlist for the short stories, the shorter stories that are posted. And I have started work on the new story for Monday. If I play my cards right, it might be just as good as Laid to Rest. That's what I have to do after I end live, is I have to play Godzilla Battle Lines. I'm such a nerd. I'm a 50-something-year-old nerd. Oh no. How many figures do I have? Logan's Cool Reptiles. You mean the Godzilla figures? So that's the shelf. There's King Caesar. Gigan. Kira, which is one of the newer ish Mechagodzillas. There's Godzilla, believe it's 1954. I think it's Mothra's larva, the caterpillar, Biollante, Mothra, and Mechagodzilla. Or not Mechagodzilla, but Mecha King Ghidorah. And that dark spot next to Mecha King Ghidorah is Mothra. And then I have Space Godzilla, Mulgara, Smog Monster, Gigan from Final Wars, Destroya, a Gamera, Gauss from Gamera, the original Mecha Godzilla, and Gearus and King Ghidorah. I don't have a King Kong at all. Yeah, I like our Wi-Fi. I just wish it would allow me to be outside. I got outside, started live. It was fine for a few minutes. And then I moved. Oh, that's cool. I have a storm doll from the it's not a doll, it's an action figure. I have a storm action figure that a friend bought me. It's never been taken out of the package. Nice. Isn't it weird how we keep our childhood? I really want a Dracula figure. Nice. I have a shirt that has all of the big Universal monsters on it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's really cool. I need to wear it more often, but I tend to be really weird. Like, I'll wash all of my darks, so my blacks and my blues, and then I'll wear those shirts, and then I'll wash my lights, my reds, my greens, whatever, and then I'll wear those and then wash the darks. Yeah, I don't have anything that I painted. And then again, then I have the animals. And I don't know. It's cheaper to buy the animals. So much cheaper. That's why there's way more animals than there are monsters. Oh, that's cool. Well, I don't have anything from my childhood necessarily. It's stuff I bought as an adult. Ooh, there's a Bandai $20. They have a Titanosaurus. Yeah. Sorry, I'm nerding out. Bye, Logan. I probably missed you. Tiamat. I don't even know what that's from. Oh, there's a. Oh, that's not. I did. I didn't have a Raggedy Ann, but I had Raggedy Andy. Yeah, I'm not doing the Monsterverse, but I do need to get. I do need to get the original Rodan. Is this Baragon? Do you recognize this? Is this the Rodan that came out in the 90s? That's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking that's what it must be. Are you sure? I'll have to look. I don't remember. I just knew it was Rodan. Okay. Because they have Godzilla Toho Classic 6.5-inch classic Rodan figure. $17.99. Ooh. No, Tiamat is actually Syrian or Mesopotamian. Now that is a cool smog monster or Hedora, but it's expensive. Oh, and I also have an Ultraman up there too. It is. That's one of my favorite movies. Toho Super 7 Toho is selling a Godzilla skeleton. Burning Godzilla. I'd like to have that. I am not doing the. I am not collecting the new stuff. I've made that decision. Yeah. Well, I got to be careful how I do this, guys, because I mean, I would figure it out. This is. That's the um Mechagodzilla. And that's Destroya. I mean, Destroya's a chunk. Yeah, my nephews were trying to um figure out what parts moved, and they popped his head off. So I had to super glue his head back on. But I love Destroya. That was a monster that was like, I think it's the only monster that's really come close to killing Godzilla. Well, I I don't know how old it is, but there you go. And what's nice is this part of the tail is attached. But I love Destroya. And as much as I love the look of the new sort of Gigan, I like the old one better. I'm sorry, guys. I know not everybody is into this, but so I shouldn't get them, huh? Oh, shoot. There is a blanket, a throw blanket. It has all of the Godzilla movie posters on it. Yeah. Man alive. But it's like $59. Nope, not happening. So at question. I want to talk about the future for a second because I like planning, especially for my channel. Like, that's my thing. If I'm not going to be organized about anything else, my YouTube stuff is organized. Because it has to be. Is it worth my time to get monetized? Like, I'm afraid I'm going to go through the process of getting monetized, and it's not going to be worth it. Although I did have a short I looked at today. It had over 900 yeah, literally, guys, we are planned tentatively and I get that. And I'm fine with that. But then I'm like, I have people asking, and I'm like, no. I am not. when I ask that question, okay, it's not me saying donate, donate, donate. I'm not going to do that. That drives me nuts. I'm going to encourage, like I always do, for you guys to watch my stuff, but I feel like if I do that, then you're not watching. Then all I'm doing is getting you to donate, and you're not getting anything out of the lives. That's my take. So on this, hi Cold EBS. Honestly, no. I see a lot of people every week. And unless you're a regular and you're in every time that I go live, probably not gonna get remembered. So we are planned on this channel all the way until February 28th of next year. And on the other channel, I think we're planned even later. Now the videos, okay, we're not going to talk about cannabis. I can't. So that message I have to hide. Or you can remove it. You can either remove it. You know what? I'm not even going to ask you to do it. We're not promoting that in my channel. At all. And then on the second channel, we got in over our heads. We were just on a roll, and we got 29. We are planned through May 29th. So at the end of each month, I sit down, usually with Carry Me Through, and I plan for another month. Yeah, we're planned through May 29th on the other channel. And I always say there's always, no, I don't have it all figured out. Not everything is figured out. Because my weeks are off. So tomorrow's live or tomorrow's video ends the week and a new week starts Sunday. So, but we have some really cool things coming up. I need to, while I'm in here, let me just tell you what's coming up next month. Hey, carry me through. You know who's not in here? Ben Jam's not in here. They got hit 6 days ago. Yeah. Happy belated birthday. Where did that come from? Happy belated birthday too. I guess. I didn't know how she found out. I didn't see the message. Did you have it up on your channel? Hey guys, if you have a channel that is within my interest, I need to go through and start looking at everybody's channels. And then if I'm into it, I might subscribe. I'm known to do that. Tonight's live is going to be medical uses for venom. Ross Lynch, I might. You never know. Tuesday's live for August, we have an exhibit focus coming up. Indian flamingo and lesser flamingo. We're going to be talking about owls and eagles. Talking about sand dunes and rocky shores. Georgia Aquarium, a zoo to do. Learn to care Timberwolf, though I feel like we've already done that. Short-eared dogs. A subscriber-only planning session. Coming up, that'll be subscriber only, like I said. Another exhibit focus. We are doing Tibetan Village and Rocky Mountain Wild. We're going to be talking about deciduous trees and carnivorous trees. We're going to be talking about plants and foods that we don't eat a lot of anymore. And then we have a trivia night. We're going to be talking about swamps and marshes. We'll be talking about the Grand Kankakee Marsh and the Everglades. And then we will wrap up the month talking about the wood stork and the black-necked stork. I have no idea. Because they're not really a habitat. That would be a specialty thing that we do later. I can add it in, but it won't be till like March of next year. It's their home. Their habitat is the prairie that they live in, or the desert that they live in. I think it's good. I do sometimes. The only problem with watching your own videos, um, oops. The only problem with that is they do it weird. So, like, it doesn't count if I watch my own video. But sometimes I do. A lot of times I will open it up long enough to look and see what the question of the day was for the day before. Because I don't write those down, those are not recorded. It just depends. I'm so bad. I will sit here and play with something. A quick trivia. Oh, did I talk about the new engagement stuff in here? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know if I did, but I need to make sure I mention that. I think maybe I did. We can do some quick trivia. But I want to make sure that I make this announcement before I forget. So all the channels from the main channel to the wildlife replica channel to the spooky channel are all going to have community engagement. I gotta grab my notes real quick. You can tell I was not dressed to be live. So Mondays are going to look weird, but Monday is going to be Motivation Monday, and it's going to be something just to get you going for the week. Tuesday is going to be Tip Tuesday. I don't know what that's going to look like. What is this Wednesday? Is going to alternate. So it might be a picture of an animal, a picture of a plant. It might be the Are you the Night of the Living Dead under there? Where did that come from? Hi, Baron66. It might be like we did the game where I showed you part of the animal, but not the whole animal. Thought-provoking Thursday is going to be like a question. So, like this Thursday, it was if you could solve this Thursday was if you could solve one environmental issue, what would it be and why? It's going to be like that. Friday is going to be Nature Knowledge Challenge. And that's going to be something where it's posted. It might have you posting to the community page, but today it is chestnut creativity. So beyond roasting chestnuts, how else can you use chestnuts? Share a recipe, a craft idea, or any other creative way you have found to eat chestnuts. And you have to tag it. And the tag is included in the post. Saturday is Ask Me Anything. So that's going to, I will make a post. You post your questions underneath it, and then I answer those. Probably the way I'm going to do it is I will answer your questions in a short. And that's how that'll be done. Weekend, Saturday is going to be weekend wild card. And so that's going to be changed, switched up every week. Sunday, it's just going to be a poll. The idea for these engagements is to get you active in the community. That's all it is. On the replica wildlife replica channel, it's going to be, can you guess our next featured animal? So I'm going to take a picture of the animal. I'm going to take a clip of that animal, and you have to guess what it is. Fun fact Tuesday. It's just going to be a fun fact about the animal, and then that's when you'll know the figure. Rate It Wednesday is going to be rating you're going to be rating the figure with 5 emojis. So out of 5 emojis. Habitat Thursday, where does the animal come from? And what plants or animals live amongst it? Wildlife in your area. So I'm going to post an animal that lives in my area or a plant. And then you're going to show me that animal or a plant from your area. Saturday is going to be a Q&A Saturday, and you'll get a chance to ask me questions. Wish List Sunday. This is not set up for you guys to buy me an animal. It's just set up to let you know what animal I'm thinking about getting next. Cool. I love Chippendale. If you're subscribed to the Spooky channel, by Monday is going to be where the stories come from. So you'll get a little bit of what inspired me to write the story. Local Legend Tuesday. It may be a cryptid, it might be a haunting, something along those lines. And I'm going to skip around, so it's not always going to be from my home state. My monsters you're going to get a chance to rate my monsters. I'm sure they did. Spooky story trivia is going to be trivia from the stories. Spooky writing prompt is Friday. I'm going to give you a sentence and you follow up with it with 3 sentences. And so we already have a story that has been posted. Cool. I actually have a comment. I don't even know if I commented on it. Yeah, so that is really cool. We already have somebody that added their sentences. So if you have a moment and you're subscribed to that channel, you may want to do that just to see what we can get. And then Saturday is spooky versus fact. So I'm going to take a spooky fact or something spooky, and I'm going to explain what the fact is behind it. And then spooky reflection. I'm going to give what I thought about the story, and you guys can share your feedback on the stories. That's how that's working. And the idea, again, is to get people involved in the stories. Because I think getting people engaged is important. And it's something honestly, it is something that I need to work on, because I feel like sometimes I'm not as engaging as I need to be. Nice. Video wise, coming up this week, I feel like sometimes telling you guys what's coming up works to my disadvantage. But I'm going to tell you because why not? Nice. Everybody loves chocolate. People do like surprises, but then this way, you know what? Post it. Oh. See, I've never stopped drawing. Never. Not once. See, that's my problem. Is I would love to have pictures with the stories. If I mention it to Gemini AI, I get told, well, they don't know if I can. Otherwise, I would have pictures various scattered throughout, and I would talk over the story. but I don't want to get in trouble. Sometimes I like to doodle before I start working on a story because it gets my juices flowing, the creative juices flowing. So, starting Sunday, the videos are going to be Japanese wolf as an extinct species, permafrost, layers in the rainforest, American toad as a poisonous venomous animal, big brown bat, gray wolf, and then African pygmy, or I'm sorry, African penguin. My favorite aquatic species, I don't have one to be honest. I like the blue shark. That's one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so cool, Baragon Productions. do you do you, do you scuba dive? I wish I could contact you guys. Baragon Productions, is there a way I can contact you? Like if I go to your channel, do you have a face email that I can contact you with? Oh wait. Before I do that, I need to ask you, are you I know that's why I'm about to say, are you over the age of 21? I don't usually ask questions, but I have to in this case. Uh, are you out of school? Over the age of 18? So you're still in high school, secondary, or high school? Yeah, that's not gonna work, dude. Unless we figure out another way to do it. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I can't risk it, dude. I already get enough heat for supposedly looking like a pedo. I don't. Yeah, maybe when you're a little older. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm sorry, Baragon, but I don't want to get in trouble. Well, Ross Lynch, actor fan, how often have you been in a live where I've had people bring that up? I have literally, I had it happen yesterday. They do. And a lot of it is, I swear, a lot of it is, no offense to anybody on here that's younger than 18, but I feel like a lot of it is teenagers. And I love, I gotta be careful how I say this. I love the kids that come into my live and behave. I don't have a problem with it. I never have. But sometimes it just gets really like nasty. And I don't need it in my life. So like I would love love I would love to have Coyote Peterson on. That's not going to happen. It'll happen. For the longest time, hold on. For the longest time, I was worried about it because I wasn't gaining, and then once you make it to 50, once you make it, my advice for anybody, and I'm not a big time YouTuber, not yet. I probably never will be, but don't yeah. But the problem with shorts, is they don't count. They don't count towards your public views. My country, America, your country, don't let low views get you down. Focus on, yes, I did. Focus on your videos. Do the best you can. Put them up. Be active. Make sure if somebody leaves a comment, reply back as soon as you can. I even try, and I'm not always good about it. But if somebody asks me a question in live, something I do is or not in live, but in like a comment, in the comment section, I try to go in and answer that on a short. That sort of gives them a shout out, which I think is cool. Maybe it's not, but and I try to be as authentic as I can with you guys. I sometimes get derailed a little bit, especially if I'm like somebody comes in that is a little bit like me. Carrie's probably seen that, I don't know, 20, 30 times. Where somebody will come in and they're like, we're talking shop. Sort of like we did Baragon Productions the other day on Planet Zoo. Oh, thank you. It is a scam. Hey, I'm just glad I've gone 4 days and not had any spam calls. Is it the Joker? I gotta see what you're. Oh, come on. I love looking at people's profile pictures, but they're so tiny on the phone that I can't see them. Oh, cool. What is your what is your channel? But it's not. I have a friend who is into Legos, and he made Bill. I'll have to take a picture of it and show you, Ross Lynch, actor fan. I'll put it into the comment, into the community page. The Joker, what is your channel about? I see you have a video up. But Baragon is cool though. Everybody's mine's boring, I feel like. It's just a shark tooth. Which I probably need to change it because I don't know if I should or shouldn't, but well, I'll tell you what, guys. Guys, I have 3 o'clock But you guys are still chatting. So if you guys are still chatting, I will hang out. I know. I will stay on for another 10 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know, something like that. 15 minutes. Let's do another 15 minutes, guys. I will be. And the topic is poisonous, or it's venom. Oh man. It is venomous animal. It's venom that's being used medicinally. Snake venom, scorpion venom, bee venom, spider venom, any type of venom that's used for medicine, we're going to try and talk about it. It'll probably be something like, well, this snake venom is used for this, and this. It's not going to get really deep into it because not everybody is a scientist. But I think it's cool. Yeah, we might do King Cobra. Definitely we'll be doing Gila Monster. I saw the craziest thing on Instagram a few months ago. A guy got bit by a king cobra in the worst place possible for a guy. And you could literally see, the mouth. And then on either side of the mouth, there were wet spots where the venom had leaked. I was like, he'll be lucky if he survives. Yeah. I don't know if it got him, but in that area, I don't know if it was real. I'm assuming it was, but yeah, I have stuff on the giant squid. In fact, it's one of my better performing videos. Yeah, we never find out. And I don't know what they were doing. I like king cobras. I don't want to be that close to one. And I probably would be that person that would get sneak closer and closer and closer just to get the shot, but nope, that's not happening. My camera says that I've been live, or my phone says I've been live for an hour and 51 minutes. Yeah. Oh, for sure. And they're so big. That's the thing that gets me. Um, and they growl. Like king cobras literally growl. Yeah, spitting cobras, not gonna lie, spitting cobras are kind of scary. Have you guys heard of a YouTuber called Venom Keeper? Venom Keeper? What's his name? It's gonna kill me because. Hello, Adrian Caleb. I don't remember his name. It's not Venom Keeper. Viper Keeper. His name is Viper Keeper. And I don't know if he's still making videos. I haven't seen him up in a long time. But he had, I want to say it was a black mamba that he was working with, and it got away from him. And man, my heart was pounding. I can't remember if it was a green mamba or a black mamba, but it was scary. Adrian Caleb, how are you? It was either a green or a black mamba. I personally would never. They do get big. He last put out a video 7 months ago, I think. And I miss him so much. Like, I respect him so much. He, and here's why. He doesn't free handle. Unless he has to. And so, like, if this were real, I've seen people do this. I've seen people do this with their snakes. And I'm sorry, but hello. My favorites. Ooh, I hate when people ask me these questions. I'm gonna go with Amazon, the pink Amazon river dolphin. It was the first one. I think. I'm not sure. But I remember going to my local aquarium and they actually had Amazon river dolphins. And I thought that was the coolest thing. Yeah, I don't like that sort of stuff. I mean, people got to eat. I get it. Yeah. I was a kid. I was like 8, 9, or 10. Some people eat snakes. I mean, food is a very unusual thing because what we eat in America may be totally out of the question in other countries. Like, in some places they eat tarantula or scorpions or monkeys. Well, who knows? I mean, people are going to be people. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I need to eat. I need to get stuff done. No, you can't buy a pink river dolphin. I did though. I have a toy. I have a toy pink dolphin. I will be back at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I need to get my closing. Remember, guys, you are perfect just the way you are. I'm going to get my thing because I need to read it. I really like this closing. I do it for my videos. I need to do it on here as well. Remember, guys, you are perfect just the way you are. Never give up on yourself because you are worth it. Keep reaching for your goals. Always keep learning. Love one another. And remember, hate is not something you are born with. It is something you are taught. So get over it. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.